Hello YouTube, this is Marauders here, and this here is something that has been showing up in a lot of sites like AliExpress and so on. So it's the protective case with detachable front shield and kickstand for Asus ROG Ally. So basically what it is that it's a very compact outer shell for your Asus ROG Ally, and it happens to have come with a front shield, so that if you just want to protect your ROG Ally when you put it in the bag, it's pretty neat because there's no extra. When you use bags, there's a bulk. There's usually an extra bulk of the bag with some padding and so on, but you just want to protect the screen and the sticks when you throw it inside a backpack or something. Something like this is actually pretty good. It doesn't take up any extra space other than the size of the ROG Ally, and the important bits are protected. The sticks, the screen. They left an opening for the port up here because I guess some people might want to charge it while it's inside the case. I don't know. And there's a little kickstand here at the back. So there's no real angle selection for the kickstand. It's just either open or closed. It's actually a very flimsy kickstand when you look at it. Okay, so you just and you prop it up. Okay, so now let's take a look. You can just lift it up to the side, and here's the protective shell. So there's a foam here in front to the part which contacts the screen, so that it doesn't actually, there's a less chance of something scratching the screen when you close it down. Okay, and this is just made of harder plastic, so it's more rigid. It's not the soft nylon. It's not really soft or anything. And you can see that the bottom part is just to protect to cover the ROG Ally, like one of the wraps. The grips here have this rough sandpaper-like texture to, I guess, enhance the grip. There are of course holes for the vents, so you don't have to worry about it overheating in the case. But there is one little problem here, which is that the B button, the side is actually pretty close to the B button, so that's why you see there's a little indentation here, so that you can, at least your fingers can help having some space to press it down. I'm gonna guess that if you have some larger hands, this might still be a problem, so you might want to think about that before you get this. Now if you look at the top of the case, you can see that while there are cutouts for all the buttons and ports, okay? So remember that they go down a little bit. So it depends on the plugs that you use. It might not be able to fit into the jack properly because there's just like a whole gap that's going into the headfoot, that's going down deeper into the plug. And another thing to note is that this fingerprint scanner here, so yeah, the hole is actually, there's a funnel-like shape on it, so that your finger can actually just go in and touch the fingerprint reader, instead of just being one not big enough for your finger to go in. But again, depending on your finger size, it might still be a problem that this cutout might not be big enough for your finger to fit in. And also there is actually one other major problem with this case. You know, if it wasn't for this, I would wholeheartedly recommend this to anyone who wants to get a simple protective solution for your ROG Ally when you put it in the bag. But there's a huge problem with this, and that's the fact that if you look at the trigger here, okay, so you look at the triggers here, the problem is, while it fits when it just goes in here, it doesn't look like there's any problem. When you press it, you can immediately see that it's actually blocking it from going down fully. So how much fully? Okay, here we are at the gamepad tester. So let's see how much of a problem the case is when it's blocking the triggers. Okay, I'm just gonna pull it down fully. And look, it's like 70%. So yeah, these edges are totally blocking the triggers from going down and fully. So that's a big problem. I mean, luckily, wow, this is like some sort of mixed material build. So if you look at it, okay, so the plastic is a bit malleable, and my guess is that if I just, from what I can tell, if I just cut along this corner here, remove some of the material, I should be able to, the trigger should be able to work properly. I just hope that it doesn't compromise too much of the other structural integrity. So I'm going to use some model nippers on it, and we'll see how well it works. Okay, so basically I took out a chunk from this corner here, from the center, from around the center down to the corner up, so that the flare of the trigger is able to fully depress down. And if we look at the gamepad tester now, you can see that, yep, I can now easily reach back to full depression on the trigger. So yeah, okay, great. So now that this is fixed, yes, this is a great way to carry your Ally protected. Great minimal way to carry the Ally protector in the bag. I recommend it if only if you are willing to like make the modifications yourself. If not, I guess you just have to wait until eventually they figure out what they've done wrong and they'll reissue a version 2 or something. But well, God only knows how many thousands of these they have already made, and they're gonna need to sell through before this. Okay, so this is Marauders. I will see you all in the next video.